We survive by turning a chaotic universe into a filing cabinet. We look at the sprawling mess of reality and sort it into neat little boxes so our brains can process it. We invent words to label these boxes. We define what makes a day, what qualifies as a desert, and what counts as a town, based on our narrow, localized experience here on Earth. The problem arises when we forget that these are just local rules of thumb, and we start treating them as unbreakable universal laws. Step just slightly outside our comfortable everyday horizon, and the rigid categories we rely on start to unravel. To see where our intuition falls short, we have to look at 5 specific places where reality refuses to match our expectations. Take our human concept of the calendar. We assume a day is a small fraction of a year because we expect a planet to spin on its axis faster than it travels around the sun. But look at the planet Venus, and that entire system of timekeeping breaks down. Venus spins slowly, taking 243 Earth days for one rotation on its axis. Simultaneously, it completes a full orbit around the Sun in only 225 Earth days. This creates a reality where a single day outlasts an entire year. This shows that our standard measurement of time is a localized quirk of Earth's specific orbit and rotation. We make similar rigid assumptions about geography. Ask anyone to picture a desert, and they will instinctively imagine endless dunes of baking hot sand. Scientifically, temperature is irrelevant. A desert is classified by a single metric, a severe lack of annual precipitation. Because it receives almost zero rain or snowfall, the 14 million square kilometer frozen ice sheet of Antarctica is actually the largest desert on the planet. We also draw strict physical boundaries between different environments, separating the water in the ocean from the air in the sky. Yet in Honduras, powerful storms lift aquatic life out of nearby waters, transport the fish through the atmosphere, and drop them on dry land. The labels we apply to our environment, from the heat of a desert to the separation of sea and sky, turn out to be far more flexible than we assume. We apply these same rigid labels to human civilization itself, building museums to preserve our history and organizing our populations into structured towns. We construct massive buildings to protect our past while ignoring the archives sitting on the ocean floor. Millions of shipwrecks contain so much lost treasure and history that experts agree the seabed holds more artifacts than all our constructed museums combined. Even the towns we build to organize ourselves can function with the absolute minimum requirement of people. In Monowi, Nebraska, a woman named Elsie Eiler acts as the town's sole resident, mayor, librarian, and bartender. She single-handedly signs for own permits and pays taxes to keep the town officially alive. Whether it's an ocean floor outperforming a building, or one person single-handedly sustaining a town, the structures we build to organize our world are often smaller and more fragile than they appear. From deep space orbital physics down to a single tavern in Nebraska, the universe operates on its own internal logic. When we rely on our everyday common sense, we miss the most fascinating extremes of reality. We blind ourselves to frozen deserts and rains of fish. The next time a foundational assumption feels unshakable, remember that human definitions are just training wheels, designed to help us navigate our immediate, local surroundings. To understand the universe, we have to look past our definitions and embrace the untamed variety of reality.